Okie doke. Welcome back to stream. Hope everyone's doing well. Oh god, it is silent now. Oh, that's so weird. I don't like it. Because I don't have any of the sound going from the game. Now I do. Oh, and now it's loud. There is no in between. Okay. Anyways, welcome back to stream. Gonna continue with Pokemon Yellow tonight. I think I'm going to start by going down the cycling road and clearing out the trainers there. Because I think we have what do we have left as far as the story is concerned? We have the Pokemon Mansion, then we can do Blaine's Gym, and after that we can do the final gym, and then Victory Road and the Elite Four. And that's it. So we only have a few. We only have a little bit of the game left to go. Honestly, I could maybe finish the main story tonight if I was really so inclined. I don't know if it's gonna happen though. Especially since I've had a couple of flubs in a couple of battles previously, and that could just rear up and bite me in the eighth if I'm not careful. But so I've been kind of playing like an asshole. I've not been playing this game very well. But oh well. We're gonna go ahead and continue on here. Do that. Well, I guess since I'm already on Cinnabar, I forgot I had saved on Cinnabar. Actually, I don't know if I'm equipped to take on. Yeah, you know what? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do an. I'm changing my mind. I'm gonna do my initial thing. I mean, I changed my mind for a split second, and I'm changing it back with no words in between. Who's my flyer? I gotta stop taking breaks between streams because I'm forgetting things. Yeah, no, we're gonna clear out Cycling Road, which I guess means there's another Snorlax. I forgot about the other Snorlax that I hadn't cleared yet. I don't have the flute on me. I guess I gotta go get the flute. I guess I could go up Cycling Road, but that's annoying. I don't want to do that. I do not want to go up Cycling Road. Because Cycling Road is unique in that it is the only route where you are forced to move south. Because the idea is that Cycling Road is a hill. So it moves you faster if you're moving south, but it moves slower if you're going north. Because, you know, you're slower biking uphill than you are biking downhill. I like that, but it's also really annoying. Because of it. Where's the flute? I forgot I hadn't cleared the other lax. So yeah, I think, yeah, we're gonna start by going down Cycling Road, clearing Cycling Road of its boys. And then from Cycling Road, we will go down whatever that route is. I forget which number it is. It might be 19. I think it's 19, 19 and 21, or 19 and 20 are the southern routes in Kanto. I don't remember. And this game doesn't have area markers, so I don't know. Maybe they're labeled on the map that I never picked up, because like who needs a map in Gen 1? Who needs a map in any of the Pokemon games, honestly? Like, these games are not that complicated. Do I catch this Snorlax for the giggles? Do I catch this one and see if it's shiny? It's probably not gonna be. I mean, with the amount of Pokemon I'm gonna have to catch during this series, I'm probably gonna run into 1 or 2 shinies. I definitely don't think I'm gonna find a Gen 1 shiny, because those are stupid. Gen 1 shinies are dumb. because they're still calculated using the 1 in 182 kind of method. Like they're based off of like so Gen 1 and Gen 2 shinies are different in other game shinies because of the way that they are calculated. They're calculated based on stat spread, and you can get that stat spread from wild encounters, but it is, you know, it's the 1 in 182, whatever, or 8192, I think is the original shiny rate before Generation 6, where they doubled it. But it's based off the stat spread. Instead of that, and there are only certain static encounters that will create that stat spread. I don't remember the exacts, but I know that there are only certain hunts for shiny Pokemon in Generation 1 that are consistent. And I think it's mostly the birds. I think it's really just the legendary birds that are consistent on that front. I also could be entirely wrong, because Gen 1 shiny hunting is not something that ever appealed to me, just because of the tedium of it. Like, shiny hunting, like, on its own is already tedious, because it's just like you're encountering so many Pokemon over and over and over, and you know, you're just doing like the same thing over and over in hopes, and like in the vain hope that you'll find a slightly differently colored pixels. And I think it's fun. I like shiny Pokemon. Like, don't get me wrong. I love a good shiny hunt, but the sheer annoyance. What is Reflect? Do I want Reflect? No. I don't know, because not only do you have to, like, because in order to check their shiny, I guess unless you're using an emulator, but it might be easier if you're using an emulator, but or like a hacked. I think there is a hacked ROM that'll like have like an icon on the screen if the Pokemon ends up being shiny. But anyway, if you're doing it like on hardware or without a modified ROM, it can, you have to transfer it into Generation 2 or to Pokemon Bank on to check its shininess, and that's annoying to do for so many encounters, and it's just slow. Although I guess I gotta wonder if oh, hello. Okay, that was weird. My counter broke there for a second. I saw that. Interesting. I've had an error with my little on-screen counter, where if it's making too many requests to, I think it's Google's APIs or whatever, it'll like Google will cut it off, and so it'll pop up with an error instead of whatever my text is, which is just dumb and annoying. And I thought I had fixed it, but I guess I didn't fix it completely. What was I saying? Oh, I gotta wonder which is worse, Gen 1 shiny hunting or Pokemon Coliseum shiny hunting. If you're doing Coliseum shiny hunting with RNG, or if you're doing honestly, if you're doing any shiny hunting with RNG manipulation, it's really not as bad. But without RNG manipulation, I feel like Coliseum actually might be more annoying. Because unlike pretty much every other Pokemon game, you can't just save wherever you want. In Coliseum, you have to save at a PC, which means you have to turn around from wherever the trainer you want to get. Oh, and they're battles too, right? Because of the mechanics of Coliseum NXT. You have to like, not only do you have to battle that Pokemon, but you have to battle other Pokemon ahead of it, depending on which Pokemon it is. Anyway, but the saving is the most annoying thing, in my opinion, actually. But actually, you know what? Yeah, no, thinking on that, though, because you have to actually, like, do a trainer battle, like, most of a trainer battle before you can even check the shiny. Yeah, no, you know what? No, yeah, Coliseum, if you ask me, is the hardest, or is the most annoying shiny hunt. Actually, I would argue that Generation 3 Coliseum is probably the most annoying shiny hunting. Because yeah, you can only save at PCs in Coliseum instead of in front of the encounter, and then because because of the way that Shadow Pokemon work, and I can probably be better at explaining this if I was actually playing Coliseum, which I will get to later, somewhere down the line. You have to capture them from trainers, which means if they have other Pokemon, and then the Shadow Pokemon's always the one in the very back. They always send out the Shadow Pokemon, either second to last or it will be their last Pokemon, but it's always in the back. So you have to clear out their initial Pokemon, then you have to get the Shadow, and then because of since shinies in Coliseum seem to be like a glitch or something, or like unintended by the devs, they will not appear shiny until after you've caught it. So you have to catch it before you can even see if it's shiny. And then, yeah, and then if it's not shiny, then you're reset and you have to go, and then, you'll be coming all the way from the PC, which is it's just annoying. It's just annoying. But, I don't know. I've only ever gotten one shiny in Coliseum. That was through RNG manipulation. Actually, I gotta finish that playthrough of Coliseum just so I can free that Sneasel. I got a shiny Sneasel through RNG manipping Coliseum. One of my initial ideas for this series was I was going to not only was I going to complete an Origin Dex, but I was also going to create a Ribbon Master at the same time, because Sneasel is one of the very few Pokemon that can get pretty much every single ribbon in the series, because it's available as a Shadow in Coliseum, which automatically qualifies it for the National Ribbon. Which is exclusive to the Shadow Pokemon in Coliseum NXD, but it's also in all of the Switch games so far. I'm pretty sure Weavile's. No. Weavile is for sure in Scarlet Violet. But it's also in Sword and Shield and Legends Arceus. Which qualifies it for those ribbons as well. But then I kind of decided against it, if only because Pokemon battling in a competitive sense is probably my weakest point in the entire series. You can spell out a strategy for me and I would not get it. Like, it would go straight over my head. Like, I can understand whatever I can, like you can explain whatever it is to me, you can explain the mechanics, and I will probably understand what the hell you're talking about, but actual practical implementation of that stuff is just it goes over my head. I don't get it. And because, like, a good half of the ribbons, it feels like, are competitive battling based or like battle tower based, it wouldn't happen. The only battle tower I've ever gotten the ribbon in was the one in Sword and Shield. And I was so proud of myself for getting that. Honestly, I was so proud of myself for getting that. And then I watched a video, I went back and watched one of the videos where I got, like, the tutorial for, like, how to create a Ribbon Master. And they said, oh, the Sword and Shield battle tower is the easiest one in the series. I'm like, you motherfucker, why did you take the wind out of my sails? Like, what the shit? That really made me upset. That actually made me upset. I mean, not like crazy, like I'm like, I'm gonna crash out and shit, upset, but like I was just like, God damn it, that's disappointing. Because I felt so good about myself for getting that, and then it was just kind of taken away from me, not intentionally, and it's not their fault, honestly, but like, I don't know. And I don't even remember which video it was. That's how little it actually matters. I don't even remember what video it was. I just remember that happened. But the only ribbon I am missing on that particular Pokemon to make it a Ribbon Master, and I guess the only ribbon I am missing from that Pokemon to make it a Ribbon Master for its specific set is the online ladder like for winning a battle in master rank with it. And that's what, you know, that honestly is what scares me off the most. I could probably figure out how to defeat NPCs because, you know, I can figure out the AI, and the AI is always going to make like the same decisions or make similar decisions based on whatever the hell you're doing, right? That's fine. I can figure that out and I can learn that. It's the online ladder. That's what scares me. That's what scares me the most is the online ladder. Because competitive Pokemon is not my thing. So I would probably get up to like maybe Great Ball tier where the little kids aren't. And that would probably be where I stay forever. Because I am just not good at competitive Pokemon. It is not my thing. And I know that there are like Discord servers out there where like, I don't know, you could like fudge it, I guess, or where like you can like be like, okay, here's the Pokemon I want to get the ribbons for. How do I create a team around it for whatever the current meta is? But I don't know, and this is definitely just a me thing because I am terrible at reaching out to people, especially complete strangers. But like I do not personally feel comfortable reaching out to people in that way. Even if they are like the most kind, like even if it's the most kind group of people on the internet, I will always feel anxious going to talk, just like putting my messages out there. Like even in the event that I get ignored and nothing happens, like comes from it, I still feel anxious putting it out there. I don't know what it is. I don't know. And it's weird because I don't like live streaming is fine for me, generally speaking. Like hitting the go button sucks, but like once I'm live, I'm yapping. I'm yapping until my brain starts to fry, and then I'm falling asleep at my desk. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, the online stuff is what kept me from getting that's what like turned me off from doing a Ribbon Master at the same time as the Orange Index. Maybe at some point in the future, and I you know, and this is probably still on the table, but at some point in the future, I might like to do a Ribbon Master series with that Sneasel. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what Legends ZA has in store, or maybe like Generation 10 has in store, or see if there's any like Black and White remakes on the horizon. There probably is, depending on how ZA goes. But no. Hell, I guess we'll have to see if even Sneasel and Weavile are even in Legends ZA. I mean, it would still qualify to be a ribbon, because any Pokemon could be a Ribbon Master. Because that's the thing with the Ribbon Masters, is that it doesn't have to have literally every single ribbon. It just has to have all of the ribbons that it specifically qualifies for. So that's why the Pokemon I was talking about, which is a Gardevoir, a shiny Gardevoir I got in Scarlet Violet, it only has to get the ribbons that are available to it, which means all the ribbons from Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, all the ribbons from Sword and Shield, the Hisui ribbon from posing it for a photo in Legends Arceus, and all the Scarlet Violet ribbons and marks. And then, there's the one I'm missing, which is the online ladder one. But if it were to have that one, then it would be qualified to be considered a Ribbon Master. And I think that's the cool thing. And that's the cool thing about the Ribbon Master challenge for me, personally. And that's and why I think it's so neat, is because it does encourage you to play more of the Pokemon games than most players play, right? Most people will go through the main story, maybe they'll complete the Pokédex, but the extra, like the competitions, the online leaderboards, the battle towers, there's a good chunk of the player base that just doesn't touch those things. Or if they do, they don't get far enough to achieve any sort of anything from it. So I think it's really neat in concept. I just don't think that I just don't know if competitive battling's for me, and I'm gonna keep. I know I've said that like a million times, and I'm probably just I'm going in circles about it, but I don't know. It is something I want to do at some point. I just I gotta get some competitive battling skills, I guess. I'm about to run out of PP here. Do I have PP items? I probably should be switch training, honestly. Or maybe I can get the EXP all. Did they fix that in yellow? I don't think they fixed that in yellow. The EXP all is such an interesting item. Because it's very similar to the modern EXP share, where it gives like a fraction of experience to your entire party. But it's kind of messed up where I think it's supposed to be the Pokemon that battle get half, and then all the Pokemon in your party get the other half, or like a fifth, or whatever a fifth of a half is. What would that be? Hold on. What is... I gotta look that up now. What is a fifth of a half? A fifth of a half is 1/10, I think. Yeah, 1/10. Okay, so I guess oh, you know what? Yeah, I gotta figure that out. I gotta just math that out. Whatever. 1/10. So I think it's supposed to be like 1/10 of the experience or something along those lines, but it's coded incorrectly, just like most of Gen 1 is coded incorrectly. So it doesn't work that way. Which is why it's not usually worth picking up in a Generation 1 playthrough. Like, it's good in concept, but it just doesn't work. Because Pokemon Generation 1 is kind of held together with paper clips and a dream. So it's kind of a miracle that it works at all. And I love it. It's one of my favorite franchises on Earth. Like, the entire Pokemon franchise is held together with paper clips and a dream. Oh yeah, and I guess speaking of paper clips and a dream, I do wonder if they are going, because Legends ZA is going to have a Nintendo Switch 2 version. I wonder if they're going to do upgrades for Sword Shield, Legends Arceus. Like I think the one that people would want, like an updated, like higher performance version of, I think the one that people will want that for would be Scarlet Violet. So that's the one that everyone shits on. Whether or not it's like a meme to them or not, everyone like takes a crack at Scarlet Violet. To the point where I'm just annoyed. I'm annoyed by it. Like, I get it. You were disappointed with Scarlet Violet, but like, ugh. It really bothers me. Anyway, not the point. I wonder if those games are gonna get Switch 2 upgrades, or if they're just like, or if they're just Game Freak is just gonna be Game Freak and they're just done. They're done with those games. Those games are done. We're moving on to the next one. I do also wonder if at some point we'll be able to complete the national dex again. Like we'll have like a national, like not the Pokemon Home national dex, which is there and it's kind of neat. But I do wonder if there is going to be like a proper national dex in one of these games. And I don't remember if I've said this before, but if I have, I'm gonna say it again. I don't think that it is necessary to have all of the Pokemon available to catch in each game, but I would be able to there we go. I would like to be able to bring my previous Pokemon from those games into this new one, because they did something similar to that in Sun and Moon, where not every single Pokemon is available to catch in Sun and Moon, but you could still bring every Pokemon into Sun and Moon. There wasn't even a national dex in Sun and Moon, but you were still allowed to bring your Pokemon from the previous games into Sun and Moon anyway. And they still had Mega Evolutions. Mega Evolutions were locked behind the post game. I cannot understand why they cut that stuff from Sword and Shield onward. Like, that's the most annoying thing to me. I don't like the performance, the graphics, whatever. That's fine. I don't care if the game runs like shit. I don't care if it looks like shit. If it plays good and it's fun to play, I don't give a shit. And I personally really like Sword and Shield. I really like Scarlet Violet. I really like Legends Arceus, even though those games are not perfect. I think that they're really fun to play, and therefore are good games. But whatever. I just, I like, why are they cutting things? There's no reason to cut these things. Just lock them behind the post game and let people have their fucking fun. Just like shiny locking. That's another thing that the Pokemon that actually bothers me more than getting rid of Megas and getting rid of Dynamaxing and whatnot. That really bothers me. Why do they have shiny locks now? Like, what is the point of shiny locking Pokemon? If somebody wants to sit at the start of the game and reset over and over and over again, like, let them do that. Let them do that. Let them get their pale green cat. Let them do it. Like, that is so stupid to me. Why have all of those legendary Pokemon available in Scarlet and Violet if you're just going to shiny luck them? Nobody's going to want to get those because anyone who has the DLC likely already has those Pokemon. They're probably, you can probably get better IVs on them in a previous game, and you can also get them shiny in previous games. Like, the Dynamax Adventures, like, even though they're long as shit and really annoying to do, you can get shinies from them, right? That was cool. And it's actually an increased shiny rate. Like, they didn't have to increase the shiny rate like they did with the Dynamax Adventures. They could have just, like, made it soft reset shiny or whatever, or reload area shiny, but they're shiny locked. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like, I definitely can't get into the heads of Game Freak on that one. I know that decision is so baffling. Like, I can understand cutting the decks, right? I like, to an extent, I can understand cutting the decks. Even if I'm disappointed by it, I can understand cutting the decks, right? Because not only does that cut down their workload, where they don't have to make sure that every single Pokemon is compatible with every single game, right? Because there's 1,000 of them, over 1,000 of them now, which means if you had to make sure that every single one of them worked in your game, it would be, or balancing or whatever, would be a pain in the ass and would not scale very well. So, like, I get it to that extent, as well as having a selective dex for each game encourages players to maybe select a different Pokemon this time. Like, oh, here's this Pokemon that's a mainstay on my team. Okay, he's like, here, try this one instead. Like, maybe you'll like this one too. Or, I mean, I don't know. I get it. Doesn't make me less disappointed about it. I do not understand why the shiny locks exist. Other than they really want to encourage you to do, like, in-game events. But then once that in-game event is over, the shiny locks still exist, which means if you miss out, it's FOMO. You know what? That's what it is. That's all it is. It's just fucking FOMO. Right? They're trying to take advantage of FOMO. But, like, I don't know. If I really wanted a shiny Lugia, I'm not gonna wait for whatever event Game Freak is gonna do to give out shiny Lugia. I'm just gonna go fucking play Soul Silver, get to the end of the game, and sit in front of Lugia until it shines, baby. I don't know why it punctualized that with baby. That felt weird. Never doing that again. I don't know. Anyway, that was Cycling Road. That was 30 minutes of rambling on about fucking nothing. Nothing at all. Now I got a headache. I riled myself up, and now I got a headache. That's what I get. That's what I get for being a fucking... I don't know. I was gonna do like descriptor nerd, but I couldn't come up with a proper descriptor that wasn't like inaccurate or something. I don't know. Anyway, it's time to crack open a soda drink. Anyway, we're into the water portion of the run. I mean, we already started the water portion because we went south from Pallet earlier to get to Cinnabar. But now I'm gonna go the long way because I forgot, and that's kind of what I was saying. Is like I need to stop taking breaks between streams because I'll forget what I wanted to do. Because I want to. Oh. I want to go through the Seafoam Islands and get Articuno. Ugh, excuse me. Quick attack was not the move I wanted to use there. Oh, clamp is fucking wrap. Why is clamp wrap? I don't even have potions anymore. No. Rip Piku. Oh, I need to get more experience on like my guys here. This is. Who do I put up front to get more EXP? Who do I focus on? I think Lapras, honestly. I think I need to focus on Lapras a little more. Anyway, I should probably buy some potions before I move on. I didn't realize I was out of potions. And I guess I should probably grab a couple of the ethers from my PC. Assuming I have any in there. I don't even know if I have ethers in my PC right now. Oh, fuck off, watch. Bixby thought it heard its name. I don't even know what I say half the time to activate this thing, but it just like it activates itself sometimes. Maybe it's just old and I've punched it like I don't want to say punched is not accurate. I've mashed it into things several times because, you know, I've had it for like 5 years. It's probably time to get a new one, honestly. It's probably time to get a new watch, but that requires money, and I don't have money. Especially not if I'm gonna get a $500 Nintendo machine in 2 months. And I definitely want to get my $500 Nintendo machine because, try as I might, I'm definitely a bit of a Nintendo shill. Like, I dislike their practices as a company, but God, I love their products. So, I'm not gonna speak on any like moral failings as far as Nintendo is concerned because it's all gonna be moot because I'm like I buy their shit. This is probably not faster than going all the way around, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I guess I'll safety save. I don't think I'm going to lose, but I'm going to save anyway. Hold on, I'm curious. Before I get there, I want to look up something. Gen 1 shiny calculator. Oh. Okay, never mind. That's confusing, and I'm just gonna move on. I was seeing if there was... Wait, you'll have a heart attack? Excuse me? You just go up to a stranger and say that kind of shit? Like, what the fuck? What is wrong with you? What was I saying? That completely derailed my train of thought. I was seeing if there is a calculator, like an online calculator for determining if a Gen 1 Pokemon is shiny. And there is, but I don't fucking understand it. I mean, I understand it, but like, it's too complicated to use in the middle of stream just for shits and giggles without... Because like, if I wanted to actually hunt, it'd be useful to use, if you know, for an actual hunt, but like... Nope. Nope. Because they require you to... Or the tool expects you to use rare candies to determine I think it's DVs, I think, are the ones in Generation 1. It's determinate values. And the determinate values, like, you have to have a specific set of determinate values in order for a Pokemon to be shiny. Oh, I guess I could do the Pokemon Yellow minigame. Can I do the Pokemon Yellow minigame? Will it let me? Can I do Pikachu Surf? Whoa, your Pikachu knows how to surf, so I'm not alone. You earned the right to surf with the dude. Ooh. Okay, how do I play this? Is it just the control pad? Is it just the D-pad? Oh. Oh, this is neat, actually. I don't think you get anything from this, do you? Oops. They should put Pikachu in the next Tony Hawk. Oh, almost got a triple. That would have been fun. I do like a... What? I landed flat. I definitely landed flat on that one. Come on. Again, I landed flat on that one. I'm almost certain. Oh, doing a half flip and then turning around like that doesn't do anything? Well, that's lame. It's literally just a flip. Radness, 900 points. I got a rad score. I got a rad score of 900 points. Wow. All right, well, that was a... All right, well, that was fun. Apparently my radical score is 900, so jot that down. And never forget it. I'm gonna put that in my Blue Sky bio. That's gonna be my bio from now on. 900 rad points. Or 900 rad score red. So dumb. Oh my gosh. That really tickled me for some reason. I wonder if there is a task out there to like get the maximum score. I wonder what the maximum score is for Pikachu Surf or Pikachu's Beach or whatever. I'm glad that they just rad is a fun word, yeah. I wonder blah blah blah. I've forgotten words again. Oh, I was saying, I'm glad that they removed the lock on Pikachu's Beach in this game, and just made it available. Because if you notice what that dude said, he said your Pikachu knows how to surf. In the actual GBA, or the original Game Boy version of Pokemon Yellow, like actually on the Game Boy instead of the Virtual Console version, you had to have earned the Surfing Pikachu from Pokemon Stadium, and then transferred it into Yellow in order to access that minigame. But since you don't have that option in the Virtual Console version, they just unlock it from the start. Which might be why it's such a simple minigame, because I feel like, if I remember correctly, it is kind of a pain in the ass to unlock the Surfing Pikachu. Although, I wonder, and I really hope that this is something they do eventually. I hope, and this would probably be a lot of fucking work for them to do it, but I really would like for them at some point to add, not only do I want them to add all the Pokemon games to the Switch, or I guess in this case, the Switch 2, they could just do like a collection on the Switch 2. Like, they don't even have to do it in Nintendo Switch Online. They could just make a collection for the Switch 2, and I'd be fine with it. Because I would buy it. But I would like for them to somehow connect all of the NSO Pokemon games together, like they are, like in the mainline, like in for real, like. You know, they could put Red, Blue, Yellow on the Game Boy Online, and then have the N64 Online have a way to read those save files, and you can use those Pokemon in your Nintendo Switch Online Pokemon Stadium. And part of me thinks that maybe they're gonna do something like that, because in the teaser for GameCube Online, part of the lineup of games was both Coliseum and XD, which are like have Game Boy Advance integrations, because they're basically just Pokemon Stadium with a story. Like with like a legitimate story mode instead of just being a battle sim. But I don't know, who knows? It's probably wishful thinking for them to do that, but I don't know. But especially if Pokemon Bank ever shuts down, there's gonna be no way to get like a good chunk of Generation 3 Pokemon. Like, or you can't transfer them up anymore. So if they did, I don't know. I mean, there are ways of doing it, but they're hacky and like they don't know, it just doesn't feel right. I don't know. I mean, Pokemon, as far as I know, Pokemon Bank is going to be on for the foreseeable future, especially since I think, I could be entirely wrong on this, but I think that Pokemon Home and Pokemon Bank are like the same servers. Like, I think they're on the same servers. I mean, I might be off base when I say that, because like I don't know for sure. Because I don't work at Game Freak. But I feel like I feel like that's why they're able to connect the way that they are. Like they connect directly to each other. is because they're part of the same server situation. So like as long as the as long as the Pokemon Home servers are up, I feel like the Pokemon Bank servers will also be up until it becomes like until Pokemon Home specifically becomes too expensive to maintain. But I don't, since it connects like literally all of the Switch games together as well as the upcoming champions. I don't think, and Pokemon Go. It connects to so many Pokemon things. I don't think that they're gonna shut down Bank anytime soon. If I'm right on saying that they're on the same servers. If they're not, it could shut down within the next year. Which is part of the reason I wanted to get this series done as soon as I can, or at least start this series as soon as I could. Because nobody knows when the Pokemon Bank servers are going to shut down. And I wanted to do this series as legitimately as I could, which means I need to be able to use Pokemon Bank. The cool thing though is that they, because the 3DS eShop is shut down, if you already have if you already had Pokemon Bank downloaded, you can use it for free for the foreseeable future, which is very nice. So you don't have to pay a subscription for Pokemon Bank anymore, assuming you already had it downloaded. And that's the only situation in which you would have Pokemon Bank. No other situation would you have Pokemon Bank. You had to have already had it downloaded before the eShop shut down. Anyway, my brain is starting to ooze. Where have I been? Around. Oh, this thing's probably going to spam recover because it thinks it's a psychic attacking move. Which means this one's going to do the same thing if I don't Oko it. Good thing Razor Leaf has such a crazy high crit rate for, like, no reason. Razor Leaf is such a broken move. In Gen 1, at least. I can't really say how well it fares in other generations. I mean, it's a decent grass-type move. How many have I caught now? Not very many more than previously. Like, the only Pokemon I've caught during this stream was an extra Snorlax. But so far, I have collected... I don't know how many Pokemon I've caught, like, generally, but I have, like, 23 entries marked off on my checklist. So... 23? Plus? So I think there are a few extra Pokemon that I've caught, that I haven't checked off yet because I don't... It's complicated. Because I'm trying to decide, do I want to check off the Pokemon when I know that I can have that entry, or do I want to check it off when I for sure, like, this is my Pidgeotto. Like, this Pidgeotto will not be a Pidgeot, it'll always be a Pidgeotto. I don't know. I'm definitely saving the later generation evolutions to be checked off until I can actually get those evolutions, which means those entries will likely not be checked off until Generation 7 at the earliest. You find the number is above the timer? Yeah, I mean, it's a kind of a subtle part of the overlay, so it's fine. Yeah, I am definitely going to be going. I haven't decided yet, but I'm either going to go on a catching spree after I'm done with the Elite Four, or I'm going to go on a catching spree after I've done all of the story content I'm going to do for all 3 of the games. I think I might just end up crossing that bridge when I get there, because I do have to play a pretty significant portion of Blue, and then I need to play Red over and over. And the reason I have to play Red over and over is because of the lack of breeding in Generation 1. And that is the only reason. Because I think it's 8 Eevee. I'm pretty sure there's 7 evolutions and then Eevee itself. So I need a total of 8 Eevee from Red, Blue, Yellow. Thank God for the easily accessible glitches in this game, because if I had to manually get down to Celadon City and get the Eevee and then reset my entire game, like every single time I wanted a unique Eevee from Generation 1, oh my god, that would be so annoying. I mean, I guess I could do it like the other way. Because I think there are some people who think that, or some people who say, or for their money, getting a Pokemon from like Fire and Leaf Green or from Let's Go Pikachu Eevee counts for the Origin Dex. But for me doing an Origin Dex means from Red, Blue, Yellow. But maybe, you know. So I guess technically I could be doing this in Fire and Leaf Green, and I could be breeding, and I could get a bunch of Eevees that way, but I don't know. And honestly, if the Brock through walls glitch didn't exist to make getting those Eevees easy, I would honestly probably be doing it in Fire Red Leaf Green, just because playing through the entire game up to that point just to get one Eevee is really fucking annoying. Curse you, Eevee, and having a million evolutions. And hell, I'm gonna have 3 Eevees in Generation 2 because, or no, no, 2. I only need 2. I only need 2 in Generation 2. That's a lie. I only need 2 in Gen 2. Because, so, even though my final Pokemon Home Pokedex needs to say, or my collection of Pokemon in Pokemon Home needs to say that, also, this woman's out here swimming in a full-ass dress. I didn't even, like, notice that until just this second. That derailed my train of thought. This woman's out here in a makeup and a full, like, dress and shit, and she's, like, in the middle of the fucking ocean. What is her problem? Did she fall off the fucking SS Anne? Is she okay? Wow, that actually derailed my train of thought because I forgot what I was saying. My collection of Pokemon in Pokemon Home will eventually need to say, like, all of the evolutions came from Kanto. Or, in this case, it would be Kanto from the good old days. I will also be getting an Espeon and an Umbreon in Gold, Silver, Crystal. So that way I have a complete Pokedex in Gold, Silver, Crystal at the end of the playthrough. Which is also the reason I'm playing Colosseum and XD eventually, so I can complete as much of the National Dex in Generation 3 as I can. Because of the way that the friendship mechanics work and the fact that the Espeon, Umbreon, and Crobat are all friendship evolutions. I definitely want to get those from catch those guys natively in Gold, Silver, Crystal. I think Chansey and Blissey is also a friendship evolution, so I will be getting an extra Chansey in Generation 2 explicitly for Blissey and no other reason. But I will also catch 2 Chansey here in Red, Blue, Yellow for the eventual living dex. It's dumb. But those extra evolutions will not be, making the jump. I think it will mostly be like the Generation 1 Pokemon. Although, when I did my Origin Dex last year, or I think it was the year before that, actually. Yeah, I think it might have been 2023 that I did my own personal Origin Dex. When I did that, I did some, for lack of a better phrase, cheating to trade the Pokemon between, each of my games. So instead of individually trading every single Pokemon from Gen 1 into Generation 2, I ended up using PK Hex to just transfer them in using the save editor. I am not doing that this time around, which means that completing the Gen 2 Dex is going to involve like a really long trading session. In fact, I think it's going to end up being so long that it might end up being a stream on its own. But we'll see. Because like, sure, I could leave them in Gen 2, but if I transfer them up into Pokemon Bank, it'll say that they came from Johto and not from Kanto. So it'll probably end up being like where I'll do like touch trading with my for like hours, where I'll catch like a random Rattata in Gold, Silver, Crystal, and then or it'll probably just end up being Crystal, but I'll end up moving Red or Yellow in and out over and over and over and over to transfer in, or at least get the Dex entries for all of Generation 1 Pokemon into Gen 2. Which is going to include this Pikachu. But this Pikachu will never evolve. I'm going to catch a separate Pikachu. I think it'll end up being in blue, specifically to evolve into Raichu. Because you can't evolve this Pikachu if you trade it away. But then, you won't have any of the Pikachu-specific stuff for this game anymore. I mean, maybe you can do the minigame still. Like the Pikachu's Beach minigame that we did earlier. I think you could still do that in the Virtual Console version if you trade away your Pikachu and then evolve it. But like, you can't up its friendship anymore because, it won't track that value anymore. Which means if you failed to get that Bulbasaur and then you evolve your Pikachu into a Raichu, you're locked out of that Bulbasaur, which is like annoying. Although it's not like getting a Bulbasaur from another game is like that difficult. So if you have another game that you're trading with anyway, unless it's like your friend's copy where you don't want to delete their save file, I don't know. It's dumb, but I do like, though, and I don't know if I mentioned this, I do like that this Pikachu following you is like the precursor to one of my favorite mechanics in like all of Pokemon, and it's having your Pokemon be able to be out of its Pokeball and follow you. And it's only really been implemented well in like 2 games. And even then, it's better in one game than it is in the other. And that would be well, no, I guess. Okay, no, I guess it's 3. It's been implemented well in 3 Pokemon games. That would be Heart Gold, Soul Silver, which I think did it the best. Then there's Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, which like is fine. Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl did fine with it. But like, because each of the Pokemon has their own speed stats, the Pokemon will fall behind and then not be able to follow you as well. I think that's annoying. And then there's Let's Go Pikachu Eevee, which is better than Pearly Diamond Shining Pearl, but it's also annoying in that some of the Pokemon you're able to ride. And if you're on the ride Pokemon, and if you're on, especially in the post game, if you're on certain ride Pokemon, it can be annoying to navigate the map in certain places. So like in the post game, like say you take your Charizard out of its Pokeball, and you have your Charizard out of its ball. You'll be riding on its back and it'll be above the route, which is nice for getting around the route. But if you need to go into a building or something, you need to put it away, which means going all the way into the menu and putting it away from its Pokeball. Which is like, that's so fucking stupid. There should have been like a quick way to do that. Maybe there is a quick way to do it that I just never noticed, or more likely Game Freak just didn't do it. Because it's fucking Game Freak. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Pokemon to fucking death, but they do make some real fucking boneheaded decisions sometimes. Eepee. Eepee can move boulders. And those decisions don't get corrected until either the next game in the franchise or the feature is removed completely. I don't think I prefer either situation. You know, I think I might have to catch all of the Gen 1 evolutions in Generation 2. Because, like, especially the trade evolutions, I won't be able to trade them back to Gen 1 to get the specific line of text in the Pokemon summary that I'm looking for. It'll have the correct marking, but it won't say that it came from Kanto, and that's the problem. I mean, I mean, if we're going for, like, pure purism, I could do that, but we also have the video evidence that I'm over here catching them. So, I don't know. I suppose at that point, it's just semantics, but, the world kind of runs on semantics and technicalities, so... I guess I could be catching Golbat and Zubat here, since they both exist here. Yeah, you know what? I guess I'll do that. I don't have a reason not to. I really hope that was a blank tile, and not that I only have 6 Master Balls. Do I want to get Slowpoke here? Can I get Slowbro later? Where do I get Slowbro? Looks like I get Slowbro on Route 12 by surfing? That's where its highest encounter rate is? Interesting. Oh, did it split it? No, it didn't. What the fuck? Where'd all my Master Balls go? I think that's a blank tile, honestly. If I go in here... Yeah, it's a blank tile. Okay. I have 5. I think that's like, What What does it increase the number to? I think it increases it to 128 whenever you find missing no. So that should be like 125. How do I get Dugong? That's what I want to look up. Dugong I also get here. Oh, I do get these in the Seafoam Islands. So I guess since I'm already here, may as well. Oh, Pokebox is full. Okay, well, never mind. Oh, that's not good. That's actually really not good. Shit. Can I teleport out of here? Great. Should have brought my escape ropes. If you leave the cave before you find the southern exit, all the puzzles will reset. Okay, that's what I was... okay. I wanted to see... I was checking to see if I leave the cave and come back, if it'll reset the puzzles. Which means... Yeah, and it looks like it will. So that's annoying. But I need to switch my box. Otherwise, I can't, you know, do the thing that I came here to do in the first place, which is catch Articuno. Good thing I found that out on a seal instead of Articuno itself, because that would have been annoying if I didn't realize that until I got to Articuno. I just, you know, I have to come all the way down here again later. This does give me the opportunity to heal my Pokemon, though. So, win-win? Question mark? Or win-lose? I think it's win-lose. Like, the puzzle's reset, but I get the opportunity to heal my Pokemon, so... Yeah. I do want to grab my escape ropes, though, because I forgot I got rid of Dig. Change box. I hate that you have to manually change the boxes in this game. I think that's another thing they fixed starting in Gen 2, where if your box is full, it'll automatically switch it to the next box. But I can't remember if that was Gen 2 or if that started in Generation 3. I do know for sure that in Generation 2 they made it such that if you like press A on a water tile, it'll and you have surf, it'll ask if you want to surf, instead of having to go into the Pokemon menu to do it manually. Same with cut trees and strength boulders. There are so many things that are like just standard features in modern Pokemon that I feel like you kind of just take for granted once they're gone, or if you or that we kind of just take for granted, and then you kind of even like you don't realize how convenient that is until it's taken away from you. Maybe that's the definition of taking it for granted. Maybe I'm just stupid. It's entirely possible that I'm just stupid. Oh, and I guess I could check off Zubat. I'm going to catch a goal back here, assuming I find one. So let me check off Zubat. So that's 24. 24 out of 25, or 24 out of 125. Only 1,001 Pokemon to go. Let's do it. We're not even going to get to 1,025. We will not have all 1,025 Pokemon by the end of the series, only because there are certain Pokemon that are only available during events. But we will have every other Pokemon. We will have every Pokemon that is standardly available in each game. And I guess I can pull up the list, but I probably will go after this at the very end of the series too. The Pokemon that I will not be able to get throughout the course of this series are going to be Victini, Genesect, Diancie, Hoopa, Volcanion, Marshado, Zeraora, and Zarude. I guess Marshado, Zeraora, and Zarude I could transfer in from... I mean, I guess I could transfer like any number of these Pokemon in from Pokemon Go, but then I wouldn't have them in Pokemon Go anymore. And that is still a game I play relatively actively, and I don't want to get rid of those Pokemon in Go. So I'm not going to. I'm not going to get rid of those Pokemon in Go. But I do have a Zarude in Go, and I completely forgot about it. This is the only reason I bring it up, is because I forgot I had a Zarude in Go. I don't think I have a Zeraora, though. I do have a mission set that I can use to get Marshado, so I have part of the way to getting a Marshado in Go. I think the only of those Pokemon that I think might change with Legends ZA will likely be the Generation 6 Mythicals. So that is, what is that? That is Diancie, Hoopa, and Volcanion. I think those might be natively available in Legends ZA, if it's anything like Legends Arceus. Because every single Pokemon from that was introduced in Generation 4 is available to catch in Legends Arceus. Assuming you have save data for the other Nintendo Switch Pokemon games. Like, that's the catch. And I can't remember which is which, but Shaman and Darkrai are locked behind missions that you can only get if on the same profile that you're playing the game on. Has save files for Sword and Shield and Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, and I can't remember which order that's in. I think Sword and Shield gets you Shaman, and then Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl gets you Darkrai. But Manaphy and Fione are just natively available in Legends Arceus. Of course, Arceus is available for catching every other Pokemon. Hello, Kingler. Okay, I didn't know Kingler is down here. I'm gonna catch him. So that's another Pokemon we can check off the list. Hey, we're making progress. We're making progress today. Didn't feel like I made very much progress on I don't remember if it was last stream or stream before that, but I'm definitely making progress this time. Wherever Kingler is. Kingler has been checked off. The fewer times I can, the fewer times I have to visit the Seafoam Islands, the better. Just because this strength puzzle is annoying. It's not hard, it's just annoying. I guess I could look it up. How many Pokemon am I getting here in Seafoam Islands? Three. So it looks like the only Pokemon I had set for sure to be got here on the Seafoam Islands were Seal, Dugong, and of course Articuno, because Articuno only shows up here. So yeah, I may as well catch Seal, because I already have it set to be caught here. I mean, honestly, I probably, since I got these duplicated Master Balls, I probably could have been catching a bunch of Pokemon up until this point, but I don't know. I feel like it's easier for me to keep track if I do it following my spreadsheet, and my spreadsheet has these Pokemon said to be caught in specific areas. But that's just me, and that's, you know, that's me and my stupid ADHD brain, where it doesn't work. I still need to find I need to find 2 Golbat, actually, because I need to find Golbat for the Golbat entry, and then 1 to be an eventual Crobat. I do need an eventual Crobat. How do I get over there? I4 Can I get Slowbro down here? Where do I have Slowbro set to get? Route 12. I already looked that up. I already looked that up, didn't I? Like I said, ADHD brain, it doesn't work. Oh, this is a down ladder. I thought that was an up ladder. Why did I think that was a down ladder? Or an up ladder. The other way around. My brain really isn't working. Holy shit. Bleh. Well, there's a Golbat. So that's 1 of 2 that I need from Gen 1. So I guess I'll check off Golbat as soon as I have a second one. I feel like that makes sense. I wonder if it expects me to jump down after the boulders. There's Golbat number 2. Great. Alright, cool. Now I'll check off Golbat. See, I feel like technically my dex could be up to... I think it would be 28 at this point, because I think I do have... I think I do have a Primeape that I'm going to eventually use to get Annihilate. But since I can't, since I'm not exactly gonna get Annihilate right this minute, I've left it unchecked. So I will probably, I will end up checking off Annihilate once I get to Scarlet Violet. And then then I can evolve my guy into my guy. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of... There's actually gonna be a lot of catching up to do once this game actually links up with the rest of the mainline series. What the hell? Where is this dumped me out at? I don't even know where I'm at anymore. Yes, I do. I've lied. I know where I'm at now. See, I've stopped that current. So... Oh, this gets me access to Articuno. Well, here's Articuno. I don't know why I'm saving. I guess it's just force a habit. You always have to save before you encounter a legendary, just in case it escapes, or you run out of Pokeballs. But, like, I have the Master Ball, I have a bunch of those, so, it's a non-issue. But, since this is a unique Pokemon, I can 100% check off this guy. Okay, I don't know how that happened. That's strange. Anyway, check off Articuno. Sorry, I was scrolling down my spreadsheet and noticed that one of my entries got messed up, and I'm like, what? You want to give a nickname to Articuno? No. No, I don't. I would like to solve this surf puzzle, or this boulder puzzle, though. My monkey brain can't figure out for some reason. What is the problem I am having? Why can't I do it? I do think I need to jump down after. Bottom floor 4. Yeah, I think I need to jump down after it. On this one. Is there anything over here? Oh, there's a ladder. Crab. Do I have crab? I don't remember if I have crab. Well, if I didn't have crab before, I have crab now. Alright, well, that's an evolution line done. So that's only so many out of a lot. God, my brain has really oozed out my ears. Like, what? What am I doing? I've gotten myself lost again. I don't know how I managed to do this. Because it's not like... it's not like this puzzle's all that confusing. I'm just like, it's just not clicking in my brain for some reason. Ooh, hey, there's Dugong. Excellent. So I think, actually, I can just get out of here. I don't have to worry about going back down to the 4th floor. But that is a rarer encounter on these floors, which is why I was mildly worried about it. Where is it? Oh, there's Dugong. Jeez. Oh, I didn't check off Seal either. What the hell is wrong with it? Yeah. Wild Zubat appeared. Alright, cool. Well, that's Seafoam Islands done. I don't think I need to go back there for anything. Right? Because I think, yeah, the only Pokemon I had set to catch in the Seafoam Islands, just a triple check. Yeah, so I only had Seal Dugong set to catch at the Seafoam Islands, as well as Articuno, because it's the only place that Articuno is. Alright, cool. So there's nothing I need to go back to the Seafoam Islands for. Which means I can completely skip it when I play Blue, which is probably what I was gonna end up doing anyway, so I was gonna skip it. I do need to remember to pick up a flyer, though, once I get through Blue. Okay, this fucking, this little girl's fucking swimming out here in friggin' like full Girl Scout gear. What? Gosh. Why doesn't the swimmer female class exist in this gen? That's so strange. Like they had to have realized that this is weird, right? Like that's not a thing in Japan, is it? Just to go fucking swimming in your full like day clothes or whatever? Like it makes no sense. It's really silly. She's doing a little more than selling cookies. No, I mean, okay, so here's the theory. She's swimming to Cinnabar to sell Girl Scout cookies. Blaine really... Blaine really needs his Thin Mints. Like, he's their best buyer every year, so it's worth it. You don't want them, it's, yeah. I would say, what is it? What is the cookie? Because I'm pretty sure Girl Scout cookies, or at least they were in the past, Girl Scout cookies are produced by Keebler, or whatever company owns Keebler. And there is a very similar cookie that is available all the time. I believe it's called Grasshoppers. If you go to your local supermarket and find Grasshoppers by Keebler, those are very similar, if not the exact same thing as Thin Mints. I'm pretty sure it's Keebler, yeah. but I mean, regardless, their grasshopper cookie is very similar to Thin Mint, if they're not the exact same thing. So, there you go. I don't know if there are equivalents for the other Girl Scout cookies, because the only Girl Scout cookies I ever cared about were the only Girl Scout cookies I ever cared about were the Thin Mints. And it makes me so sad, and this is just a me issue, honestly. Native, the cosmetics company, had a collaboration with Girl Scouts to put out like Girl Scout scents for their products, and they had Thin Mint. Okay, so they had Thin Mint body wash. They had Thin Mint. No, they had Thin Mint. Yeah, body wash, shampoo, conditioner, and I think lotion. But they did not have Thin Mint deodorant, which really made me upset because that is usually what I go to Native for, is to get their deodorant. Because it is one of the few deodorant companies that I've found that smells good and like doesn't irritate my armpits. And I really like the smell of mint, so it really bothered me that they did not have a Thin Mint smell. I know. Why didn't they do a Thin Mint smell? They had Thin Mint everything else, but they did not have Thin Mint deodorant. It really made me upset. But I mean that collaboration's well gone at this point, so no point in getting upset about it now. They do have companies be making weird decisions, yeah. They do, or they did have a Dunkin' Donuts or a Dunkin' collaboration going on. But like all of the smells are donut based and there's not a coffee one. And I'm like, I don't go to Dunkin' for their donuts. I mean, yeah, that's like, there used to be their thing, but like, I don't go to Dunkin' for their donuts. I go to Dunkin' for their coffee. I feel like a coffee scented deodorant would sell. It would sell really well. I'm almost certain, but they just didn't do it. I don't know why. Because I, for one, love the smell of coffee. And if I had a deodorant that smelled like coffee, I would be so into it. Although I don't know if I would want a coffee, like, lotion. I feel like a coffee lotion might be weird. Maybe that's why they didn't do it, because a coffee scent would not necessarily go very well as far as a deodorant or like a body wash. Maybe it would work as a body wash, like a body wash or a deodorant, but I don't know about a lotion or like a shampoo. You only know people that go to Dunkin' for the coffee? Yeah, like, that's what people go to Dunkin' for. They go to Dunkin' for the coffee, not their mediocre donuts. Like, their donuts are fine, but, like, I would rather get a donut at my local bakery instead of going to Dunkin' for it. If I'm going to Dunkin', I'm getting coffee. Especially since, like, by the time I've gotten to Dunkin', like, those donuts have been sitting in that case, like, all fucking day, and they're stale and gross. I don't want that. I don't want that. Okay, now I've got myself thinking. I'm gonna look this up before I forget to look it up. Coffee scented deodorant? There are coffee-scented deodorants, but it looks like most of them are... There's an Old Spice deodorant? Old Spice coffee deodorant that somebody's selling on eBay for like 30 bucks. Holy shit. Not doing that. Holy shit. But, woof. Yeah, donuts a Krispy Kreme. It has a conveyor machine that keeps them all fresh day long. Yeah, I've never been to Krispy Kreme. I've never been to a Krispy Kreme restaurant or bakery or whatever you call it. I don't think there's one near enough to my place to make it worth it. And I can tell you for sure that the Krispy Kreme donuts they sell at Walmart stores are just fucking gross because they're like I said, they're sitting in that box all day and nobody likes them. So like they just sit there for like a week and then they get stale and disgusting. But maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just picky when it comes to donuts. I've found that some grocery store bakeries will only ever do cake donuts, and I do not like cake donuts. But cake donuts are so dry. It has to be a fried donut. If it's not a fried donut, it does not. It's not good. I don't like it. And then some of those fried donuts at those bakeries have just been sitting there for so long that they get really stale and they're not fun to eat anymore. I don't know. I forget which of these is the Pokémon Mansion, but that's like the next task. Cake donuts or the fried donuts? I mean, I guess any donut you kind of just have to get fresh, but I feel like maybe fried donuts keep a little better. Maybe I'm stupid for saying that, but did I get Grimer and Muck yet? I feel like I did. No, I didn't. I was thinking I got those. I got another thing I've been doing off stream. Alright, no, I do need to get Grimer and Muck here. Are there any other Pokemon I need to get here in the mansion? I need to get Coughing here in red and blue. Magmar's only here in blue. So... Oh, Growlithe. Growlithe is here. Okay. Growlithe and Raticate. Look at his face. What's wrong with his face? Is he pogging? Is that... Yeah, I need to get Grimer, Muck, Raticate, and Growlithe here. I need to get 2 Growlithe. So, I've got a couple of Pokemon to catch here. Oh god, this checkerboard is really gonna hurt my eyes. I apologize for this portion of the stream because it's probably gonna be a pretty big eye ache. I'm loving this color palette. Yeah, it's a nice color. I feel like they were trying to get as close of a approximation to, well, the blue is kind of standard as far as all of the other color palettes are concerned, and then there's also the black and the white colors, which are, you know, just always in every sprite. So the color that changes is, I think, is their closest approximation to what a Cinnabar would be that is capable of being output by the Game Boy Color. Rat? I don't think I got either rat, so I may as well catch Rattata here too. Unless I have caught Rattata. In which case, this is a waste of a Master Ball, but it's fine. Probably. I don't know if I've caught Rattata yet. I have not caught a Rattata. Okay, well, that's good. Yeah, I feel like I'm more of a fan of the more subtle, like, pinkish color that Fuchsia City has. Like, this is a nice color, but I think I like the pinker shade that Fuchsia has. I don't know. I just like this particular dungeon is really irritating to the eyes because of the repeating checkerboard pattern, especially on a smaller screen. It's really annoying. And I don't know if that's just a me problem because of the way my eye tracks the screen. But it can be irritating. I mean, I like the checkerboard pattern. I mean, like, I'm definitely like a Vans checkerboard girl. Like, that's my whole thing. It's just like when it scrolls, it becomes irritating. Because it feels like a constant, like, flashing back and forth, if that makes any sense. It's like, I'll be looking at one section of the screen, and then as I'm moving, it scrolls, and it's, like, rapidly flashing. Yeah. I don't know. But I've never been able to tell if it's just a me thing, because, like, I don't really watch many people play this far into the game. Unless, I mean, like, usually it's like a Nuzlocke, and they're, like, playing, like, Fire Red Leaf Green instead. Is that a thing? Do people Nuzlocke Gen 1 and 2? I feel like they have to, right? People like fucking Pokemon... People Nuzlocke Scarlet and Violet. And I feel like a Scarlet Violet Nuzlocke would be harder, just because of the way that encounters work in that game. Or it would be harder to, like... I don't want to say legitimize. I don't think legitimize is the word I'm looking for. Oh, and I guess I could catch off? I could check off... Where is he? Where is he? Where's my boy? Where is Growlithe? There he is. Check off Growlithe. Can't escape! I can't run away from a freaking rat! No, I think I'm gonna hold on to that. So it's just, I think Super Fang is the one that is, like, half of whatever the current HP is. Hyper Fang is the one I want to look out for. No escape from rats. Yeah. Bro has a Marchander. Oh, fuck. Has it been 2 hours? I've been sitting here yapping for 2 hours about nothing. Look at me go. Dude, this bro has a Charmlon. Anyway, okay, so I've got Growlithe. Muck is on the first floor. I think Muck being 10% is, like, all over. Coughing and Wheezing are only in red and blue. It's probably gonna end up being... I don't want to do it in red, though. I think I'm only going to come down here. No, I have to come down here in red, though. I do have to come down here in red. I forgot about that, actually. I have to come down here in red. Maybe I'll stock up on Great Balls and come down here in red. Magbar is only in blue. So I have to come in here in blue anyway. Well, I guess since I have to come down here in blue anyway... Maybe it'd just be better to... Well, I don't know. I gotta come down to Cinnabar Island in all 3 of the games. I just gotta decide which ones I want to get those guys in. Because I need to get the fossils. I'm gonna get 1 fossil in in blue, and I'm gonna get the other 2 in red. Arcanine is on first floor. Raticate is on the basement floor, so I need to go to the basement for the highest encounter rate for Raticate. Oh, where am I getting Ditto? Where do I have Ditto set to get? Isn't Ditto in the basement too? I have Ditto set to be collected in the Cerulean Cave. Okay, that's where its highest encounter rate is. Got it. Okay, I forgot that. But I know it's in the basement here. I know it's in the basement here. Because that's where you're supposed to. I think it's supposed to. You're supposed to run into it here. Because it's the failed cloning experiment of Mewtwo, or Mew rather. Should I read the Mew lore? Oh, hey, look, Eradicate. Well, I guess I don't need to wait until the basement. Yeah, I just, like, the basement is its highest encounter rate. That's why it wasn't checked off. So, alright, now I have Rattata and Eradicate, so that's 2 more Pokemon. We're at 3.22%, let's go. Actually, I think I have a higher percentage of the Kanto Dex than 3.2, but 3.2 is for the entire, like, national Dex, so. You know what? That's something I wanted to look at, because I'm not even sure what the maximum will be once I get to the end of Kanto. Also, just like I asked if I was gonna read the lore, and then I walked straight past the lore. I am not reading the lore. Nobody needs to know the Mew lore, or nobody wants me to read. No, I don't want to read the Mew lore. Not that nobody wants to know the Mew lore. I'm just not gonna read it. I could probably TLDR it if I remember enough about it. Like, they were trying to figure out a way to clone Mew. For why? I don't know if they ever state a reason. They fail. And Ditto is created instead. But then they succeed and it ends up being Mewtwo, and then Mewtwo escapes. And then, yeah. I don't know if it's Mewtwo escapes and then hides in Cerulean Cave, or they sequester it to Cerulean Cave. They track it down and they keep it in there. I don't know. Where's the switch? There's gotta be a switch here, right? Yeah, here it is. Maybe I had to switch to a different Pokemon in front. Who would be the fastest? Mind Freak? Yeah. I found iron! Yeah, they changed the sprites a couple times in Generation 3, or Generation 3. They changed the sprites 3 times in Generation 1. They changed it between that would have been Japanese red and green and Japanese blue. The Japanese blue sprites are the versions of the sprites that are in Western red and blue. And then they updated them again for Pokemon Yellow. They updated them in Yellow to be closer to the anime. In fact, every version having different sprites is kind of a thing, except for in like Generation 3 or Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. Oh, no, even then. I think Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald have the same sprites, but then they added an animation sprite to Emerald. Fire and Leaf Green have different sprites. Oh, you're having the Mandela effect? Yeah, no, they're definitely different. What was I saying? I completely forgot. Yeah, having different sprites in each of the versions is kind of a thing up until Generation 5, where they're kind of standardized, and then now we have the 3D models. Although they have updated the 3D models in Scarlet Violet. They are different in Scarlet Violet compared to generations, what is that, 6, 7, and 8. All had like the same 3D models. They might have updated them for Sword and Shield, but like if they did, they're like hardly different. Like it doesn't even really matter. I do still need to find Muck. Where the heck is Muck? No, I went the wrong way. Or did I? No, I did. Did I? I'm confused. I can never remember the way to get through this stupid mansion. Anyway, there's a guy here. I'm gonna fight him. God, that is the strangest programming oversight in Generation 1 to me, is the not very effective text sometimes. Because, so if a Pokemon has a dual typing and you use a move against it where one type is weak to it and the other type is strong against it, it'll calculate damage correctly to be neutral, but it will always pop up the not very effective text. So because water is resistant to fire, but ice is weak to it, fire moves hit neutrally into Lapras, but it'll always say that fire moves are not very effective, which is really, really strange. There was another instance like that. Oh yeah, grass moves into like Tentacool. Yeah, grass moves into Tentacool, and Tentacruel will do the same thing, where you'll hit it and it'll hit neutrally and it'll calculate damage correctly, but it'll always pop up the not very effective text. Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier in this stream, Generation 1 is kind of held together with paper clips and a dream. So... The originals took like 6 years to develop with a very small dev team. I'm not sure about that one, but This game's code is kind of broken. I do remember hearing somewhere, actually multiple places, that Generation 2 almost didn't happen because they were having trouble fitting all of that content into a single cartridge, but then Satoru Iwata came around and optimized their code so much that they were able to fit in the Kanto postgame. The Kanto postgame in Gold, Silver, Crystal exists because of Satoru Iwata. And I think that's really cool. Yeah. No, okay. Why do these things like to blow up? Rat. Rat. That's not a rat. That's a dog. That's an exit. I do not want to use it. Do not take the exit. I will have to navigate the entire mansion again. I have negative desire to do that right now. I think I would like to see if I can find Ditto down here, though. Or, like, Grimer? Or the other one, Muck. Like how I said dog. I think I got it from the "Can I pet that dog" meme. The TikTok with the little kids like, "Can I pet that dog?" And it's a fucking bear. It's like a bear cub. Can I pet that dog? God, I need to get more experience into my Lapras. Especially if it's going to be my answer into Blaine. Which, that's coming up pretty fast. Which is why I had it in the front of the party, but apparently Lapras can't even run away from a friggin' rat. My Lapras can't run from rat. What is TM14? What does that do? TM14 is Blizzard. Is that worth putting over Ice Beam? I should probably look it up on Cerebi. Cerebi will let me narrow it down by generation. It is, see, Ice Beam is base power 95 with a 100% accuracy. Versus Blizzard, which is 120 power, 90 accuracy. Oh, but it's only got 5 power points. I think it might be worth just keeping Ice Beam. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep Ice Beam and I'll sell the Blizzard TM. The fuck do you want? God, I need to turn that shit off. I said Blizzard, and my watch thought it was me talking to it. AI is the future, folks. It can't even understand me speaking, but it's the future. Just let me go! Just let me go! No! Jiminy crickets. Is Grimer even available down here? Or the other one, Muck. %, 35% on the 3rd floor. 10% in the basement. Oh, no, wait, no, that's a different Pokemon. I was looking at the wrong column. So, yeah, no, I need to be looking for Muck down here. Because it is a 10% encounter down here versus 5 elsewhere in the mansion. Yeah, and of course Ditto is down here at a 10% encounter rate, so... Who do we find first? Do we find Ditto or do we find Muck? Now, if I find Muck first, do I bother even going for Ditto? Because Ditto's... Oh, I instinctively hit the run button. Oops. I forgot that this was a dude and not a wild. Okay. I need to move my potions up higher. Yeah, let's put them here and then there. Yeah. Is this a trap? No, it's not. Ooh, a rare candy. Neat. TM22. What is TM22? Solar beam. No. Might be nice theoretically on Venusaur, but not practically, given it's a 2-turn move instead of a 1-turn move. Like, I appreciate them balancing out, like, the higher power moves, the higher base power moves, by either making them 2-turn moves or having you do a recharge, or by, like, giving them low accuracy. But, like, it's also just, like, makes it really annoying. And in all likelihood, I mean, maybe that's the whole thing, is that it's also supposed to, like, it's like, do you want the higher power with the risk, or do you want to have the lower power but the more guaranteed hits? I think that's actually, you know, I think actually thinking about it like that makes me appreciate the mechanics more. Does not make me any less annoyed about it. Does not make me any less annoyed about it. Yeah. But yeah, I need to find Muck. Muck is down here. Unless I want to evolve a Grimer. What level does Grimer evolve at? I forget. Grimer evolves at 38. So if I can find a Grimer that's like level 38. Yeah, you can find level 38 Grimer down here. Looks like. If I can find I don't know. Maybe I'll look for Muck. I'll look for Muck, and if that takes too long, maybe I'll just, like, get a level 38 Grimer instead. Or Ditto. Ditto is here too. Well, that answers that question. We found Ditto first. Supposedly the same encounter rate as Muck, but found Ditto first. Oh, and I guess I can check that off. I can check Ditto off the list. Wherever it is. Here it is. Ditto has been checked off the list. Alright, now we look for a Muck. Or another Ditto. Okay. Ugh, excuse me. Did I even get Grimer? I'm pretty sure I caught Grimer. What dex number is Grimer? Grimer is 88. I did, okay. I still need to find Muck, though. That is a level 35 Grimer. Wow, this is pretty bad encounter luck, huh? Jeez. That's 3 Dittos. 3 Dittos before I found a Muck. Four! Oops, all Dittos. My god. I feel like I'm being lied to. It says it's down here in Cerebi too, so... I didn't know. It says they're in the power plant too? What encounter rate are they at in the power plant? 5? Okay, well... I might have encountered one at the power plant and just passed it up. Or no, I haven't even gone to the power plant yet, have I? No, I haven't even gone to the power plant yet. Never mind. I was thinking of Let's Go Pikachu Eevee again. Oh, which is something I've been doing off stream, and I don't think I ever finished that thought. Something I've been doing off stream is I've been trying to finish the Pokedex for Let's Go Pikachu Eevee in Pokemon Home. Because they've introduced rewards for completing individual game Pokedexes in Pokemon Home. So, if you have the mobile version of Pokemon Home, it will keep track of like Pokemon, like if a Pokemon came from Legends Arceus, it'll add that Pokemon's Dex entry to your list for Legends Arceus, and they have a list. They have a Dex like that for all 4 of the sets that have come out on the Switch so far. So there's one for Pikachu Eevee, there's one for Sword Shield, one for Arceus, and then one for Scarlet Violet. And if you complete each of those, you get a special Pokemon dependent on which game you completed the Dex for. So like Scarlet Violet, if you complete the Scarlet Violet Dex in Pokemon Home, you get a shiny Meloetta. If you complete Legends Arceus, you get a shiny Enamorus. If you complete Sword and Shield, I forget which one you get for Sword and Shield, but I remember, but Let's Go Pikachu Eevee, you get a shiny Meltan for it, which is why I'm doing that. Do you get one for Brilliant Diamond Shiny Pearl? Hold on. I don't even think about Brilliant Diamond Shiny Pearl. I'm pretty sure I finished that one. Pokemon Home. I'll look that up. Let's see. Mystery Gifts? No. Do I recommend Let's Go Pikachu, and if so, which version? It's fine. It's not really necessary or like useful for anything as far as cleaning a Dex is concerned. I would say only play Let's Go Pikachu Eevee if you don't have any other way of playing a Kanto game, or if you want to transfer in Kanto Pokemon from Pokemon Go without having that disgusting G mark in Pokemon Home. I mean, it's a fine game. It's fun to play, and if you're really interested in it, go ahead and play it. But I would say that it's not like. It's definitely not the definitive Kanto experience. If you really want to play a Kanto game, just play Fire Red Leaf Green. But that's just my opinion. So. Pokedex Home? Ah, there we go. Okay. So yes, completing the Scarlet Violet Dexes will get you Shiny Meloetta. Completing the Dex for Arceus will get you a shiny Enamorus. Completing the Dex for Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl will get you a shiny Manaphy. Completing Sword and Shield will get you a shiny Keldeo. And then Pikachu Eevee will get you a shiny Meltan. So yeah. Those are the only ways to get those shinies currently. Well, yeah, no, currently. Sometimes you can get shiny Meltan in Pokemon Go, but that's only during certain events. Alright, well... I'm giving up on Muck. I'm just gonna catch this Grimer. Because I don't want to be down here anymore. I don't want to be down here anymore. So I'm gonna check off Grimer, and I'll check off Muck later. I was gonna say, if I took 2 steps and found a Grimer or Muck, I would have been so upset. Okay, just gotta make sure I got the gym key before I leave. Right, I do have the secret key. Alright. Let me get the fuck out of here. And I guess I can evolve that Grimer while I'm here and thinking about it. Let me drop off Poppy, I guess. I need to grab the level 28 Grimer. There it is. Or 38, excuse me. And use one of my millions of rare candies. Look. All right. Take a drink real quick. Alright, I guess I go fight the gym now. I don't really have anything else going on right this minute. Oh. Gym time! Okay, so, I like the gimmick of this gym. I'm gonna fight all the trainers anyway, but each of this gym can either function as like a giant game show with the gym leader at the end, because if you go to I think this is explained if you talk to the guy at the front of the gym, and that's why the guy at the front of the gym is there, is to teach you the gym gimmicks. Oh, I still haven't fought the fucking psychic gym. I forgot I haven't fought Sabrina yet. I'll have to do that. I'll do that later. I'll do that after I fight Blaine. Forgot I hadn't fought Sabrina. Anyway, I like the gimmick of this gym, because if you, and I think this is explained by the guy at the front of the gym, if you talk to these, yeah. If you want to conserve your Pokemon for the gym leader, then get it right. Alright, so, Caterpie evolves into Butterfree, no? So you answer these questions and the door will open, and you can avoid the gym trainer fight, or you can just fight the trainer and the door will open. I'm probably just gonna I'm gonna end up fighting all the trainers because that's just how I play these games. But it is cool that this is an option. I really like this gimmick. No? Okay, well, I guess the technically. Caterpie does not evolve into Butterfree. Technically, Caterpie evolves into Metapod. Metapod evolves into Butterfree, but Caterpie will eventually be a Butterfree. Whatever. Regardless, I do like that gimmick. It is a nice gimmick. I'm gonna run out of surfs though. Do I have PP ups? Do I have PP ups in my this? Or like a PP max? Ooh. Does that even exist in Gen 1? Does the PP max even exist in Gen 1? No. The PP max did not exist in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. Alright, well that's good to know. I'm pretty sure I have a couple of PP ups in my my storage though. So. Yeah, so actually I think the rest of this stream might end up just being gym cleanup, because I think that's all I have left. Yeah, that's all I have left before the end of the game. Before Victory Road is the last 3 gym leaders. And since I'm already here, I'm gonna do Blaine, then I'll go do Sabrina, and then I'll go do the Viridian Gym. That is the wrong PC. I want PP ups. Let me get rid of some of these items I'm not going to use. Let me get rid of the Poke Flute. Let me get rid of the calcium. Get rid of the iron. Get rid of the Carbos. 14. Get rid of the full restore so I don't accidentally use it. I want to get rid of that max potion too, actually, so I don't accidentally use it. I mean, I don't know. Probably at this point I'm just like kind of item hoarding, because I probably don't need all of the things for Victory Road and the Elite Four, but I'd rather have them than not. Anyway, I want to see if I have any PP ups. I have one. I have one PP up. Alright. I could have sworn I had more than that, but sure, it's fine. I'm gonna throw that on Surf. I really hope it doesn't make me delete Surf before I can transfer it up. Because I know that's a thing in, like... And it's weird. It's weird that this is the case, but... if a Pokemon... in, like, say you're transferring Pokemon from Generation 3 to Generation 4. If your Pokemon in Generation 3 knows an HM move, it cannot be transferred. Which is such a strange restriction to me. Like, why? Is it to prevent players from getting stuck in the Generation 3 game? Like, is that the idea? Because if so, I guess that makes sense, but... if it's not that, then why? Because you can't in the games where you have to, like, transfer them up by playing the game, you can't transfer them until you beat the game. Like, you don't unlock the PAL Park until the post-game in both, the Sinnoh and the Johto games. You don't unlock the Poke Transport Lab until the post-game in Black and White and Black and White 2. And then, yeah, then Pokemon Bank exists, and you can just transfer in Pokemon at any time. So, like, what's the point of not being able to transfer in HM moves? It just doesn't make sense to me. Which means you have to then... which means if you want to transfer in Pokemon that do have HM moves, you have to track down the move deleter in whatever game you're playing. And I don't have those memorized. Because I'm not using the move deleter for anything other than to remove HM moves from the Pokemon I'm trying to transfer. And then honestly, I'm probably going to end up teaching you those moves back, right? So like, I don't know, what's the point? I mean, that's if I'm going to use that Pokemon. Sometimes, most of the time, if I'm transferring a Pokemon, I'm not using them. They're just being transferred up for the Dex or to put in a Pokemon home. Because, you know, they're Pokemon that are sentimental to me. Not that they're good, like they're Pokemon that I actually want to use. They're just Pokemon I like. Oh, do you think you can do it? Pokemon quiz. There are 9 certified Pokemon No? Which means the incorrect answer is no. Or the incorrect answer is no. Why wouldn't it let me fight this guy? What the fuck? What the shit? That's really strange. Okay. I mean, I answered the question incorrectly on purpose so I could fight the guy. Just so we're clear. I'm not stupid. I know my Pokemons. I've only played thousands and thousands of hours of these games. I didn't even realize it until I was looking at like my Exophase stats, which is connected to my Nintendo account. I've played, I think it ended up being a total of like 350 hours of Scarlet Violet. Which I know is like baby numbers compared to some people in some games, but like 350 hours for between both Scarlet and Violet. I think it was like 150 hours in Scarlet and then 202 in Violet. Yeah. I've played a lot of Scarlet Violet. I think I have like 200 something hours in Sonic Adventure 2. I've got like 200 some odd hours in Pizza Tower. Oh, but I wanted to fight. Oh, you can get the question right and you can still fight the guy? Alright, well that's cool. I didn't know that. Yeah. If there are games that I really enjoy, I'm probably just gonna put a ton of hours into them. Which makes me think, actually, I think I've honestly put like 400, maybe 600 total hours into the Persona 5 games. But that's kind of because, that's because those games are like a 200-hour game to begin with. Like, it is 200, it's like 200 hours for a casual playthrough in Persona 5. So, it actually might end up being more than 600 hours total for all of the Persona 5 games, specifically Persona 5. Because I think I played the original Persona 5 4 times, and I played Royal twice. Because I did one new game playthrough, I did a new game plus, then I did another new game playthrough, new game plus, new game plus. So it's 3 new game plus and 3 new games. Although I'm not sure why I did a second playthrough of Persona 5 Vanilla. Oh, other than to get trophies. I think it might have been for the trophies. Yeah. Then start tracking time spent in game till World of Warcraft because they tracked it for you. Yeah. Yeah, see, the game's tracking my in-game time is kind of what got me interested in doing the timer. Because, like, oftentimes, because there are oftentimes where I'll go idle in a game, it'll just be sitting there, which racks up in-game time, and that's not exactly accurate. And in Scarlet Violet also, it doesn't exactly track in-game time accurately because if the game lags, it doesn't track it right. So yeah, just as a curiosity, I'm like, okay, well, I have Live Split and it's a free program, so like I may as well use it. just a track. And maybe that's I don't know, maybe that's the autism speaking, but like I don't know, it's something that's always been interesting to me, is tracking stuff like that. Because there was a while there, and I haven't updated it in a long fucking time, but there was a while there where I was logging every single game I played, when I started the playthrough, when I finished that playthrough, and when I completed the playthrough, which for me means like either getting all the achievements or collecting all the collectibles. Like my personal definition of 100%. And yeah, I haven't updated that spreadsheet in a while, but I was updating it pretty regularly for like 5 years. But I've stopped doing it mostly because most of the time I'm playing games, I'm either not finishing the playthrough or it's because I'm doing it on stream, and on stream I have the timer. Nola has such high standards. I think Nola is just autistic. I think that's just it. I think that's the long and the short of it. Oh, excuse me. Before I forget, I am going to turn move animations back on briefly. And I am going to save before I fight the guy, because I've been bitten in the ass before by trainers or by gym leaders that I thought were going to be easy. I am Blaine, the leader of the Cinnabar Gym. My fiery Pokemon will incinerate all challengers. Ha! You better have Burn Heal! Or how about a Lapras? Does Lapras count? Oh my goodness, this thing is 10 levels above me. Good thing... Good thing, Lapras is bulky. I love how you can see in the surf sprite where it has the rain going across the screen. I love that you can see actually like where the color palette changes. Like you can see the different tiles where the color palette is different. Like some of those water droplets are orange, some of them are yellow, some of them are blue. Really gives you a peek behind the curtain on how they're doing the colors in this game. Oh, I was gonna be like, why did that hit so hard? Well, first it's hitting neutral, and then secondly, this thing is like 20 levels above me. Is Reflect the bad one? I don't think... Is Reflect the one I don't want? I can't remember which one's special and which one's not. I don't. Why did it try to use it twice though? Blaine just threw. Didn't notice the surface multicolored until I mentioned it. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of subtle because the sprites are not on screen for that long, and usually you don't have it blown up like this. Yeah. But yeah, that's because those tiles are where, like, they're different colors because that's where the color palette changes. TM38, Fire Blast. Teach it to fire-type Pokemon? No. I mean, I could, but, no. Alright, move animations are going back off. Alright, now we go to the Celadon, or no, the Saffron, excuse me, the sound city. We go to the Saffron City Gym. And I'm going to look up the solution to this puzzle because I can never remember how to do it. I do want to be able to get to each quadrant, though, so I can fight all of the trainers. So I'm going to keep that pulled up. And I'm going to fly to Saffron. Developing for the Game Boy probably required so many tricks and compromises. Oh, it did, for sure. I feel like developers had to be a little more creative in these earlier years of game development because there were so many hardware limitations. So in order to get, like, cool stuff to happen, you had to, like, be clever. But now games consoles are so powerful, you can just, like, shit something out and people will probably be like, that's cool. You know? And maybe that's a cynical way of looking at it, but, like, I don't know. I feel like to an extent it's true. Look at that guy. Supposedly that's a shelter on his tail, but I don't believe it. That doesn't look like no shelter I've ever seen. I think I want to go to this one. Yeah. I mean, you can definitely still tell that there are people who put in the effort and push things to their limits, but because things are so much more accessible and things are more powerful now, it's so much easier to just crap something out and spit it out in the market. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like that is a very cynical and jaded way of looking at things. Well, fine. I'll just hit you with Surf then. Mm. Why is it using Recover turn 1? Why is it still using Recover? You've lost no HP. I always forget, and I always feel so stupid for forgetting, but is Slowpoke isn't psychic until it evolves, right? No, it is psychic. It is psychic off rip. Oh no, it's always psychic. It loses its water typing though when it's Galarian. Why did I think? Maybe I'm getting it like confused in my head with fucking Psyduck for some reason, which is not psychic, and nor is Psyduck isn't psychic, and nor is Golduck. They're just pure. Both of them are pure water types. And my question is why? Mr. Mime is your favorite Pokemon? Alright. It's definitely the first time I've heard that one. I mean, I'm not trying to yuck your yum. It's just like, that's just a man. Okay, so I think I want to go to this one. Used to be your screen name as a kid? Alright. What does Slowbro have to withdraw into? Excuse you? You're not Tortle? Or Clam? Clam? Not confuse, Ray. Anyway. Not fucking confused. No! No! It's fine, I'll just switch to Haunter. Haunter? Why did I fucking say Haunter? The other one. The other Pokemon. Why would you use Dream Eater when I'm not even asleep? You didn't even use Hypnosis, dude. What are you doing? This AI is so, like, bunky. Why is it like this? I don't know. I mean, the AI in this game isn't exactly like the brightest because like they'll try to use Recover thinking it's a psychic or thinking it's a super effective psychic move when it's like not. Because it's not considering the fact that it's a status move instead of an attacking move. It's just taking into consideration the typing. So, like, I guess if you're running against a Psychic type that, you know, wants to continue to use Recover, probably just switch out to a Pokemon that isn't weak to Psychic? Maybe? I feel like if it doesn't think it has a super effect... I might be misremembering this, but I feel like if a Pokemon... If an AI trainer doesn't see a super effective move against you, it'll just pick moves at random. I think is how that works. I don't remember exactly. I've had psychic power since I was a child. I first learned to bend spoons with my mind. I dislike fighting, but if you wish, I will show you my powers. Yeah? That's what you're gonna lead with? You're gonna lead with an Abra, whose only move is ever teleport. Can't learn TMs. It could only know teleport. Okay, apparently I guess I can learn Flash. Oh no! It's still a fucking Abra. Like, what? Sabrina, you used to be scary. Now you're just annoying. I'm guessing she's just using the whole line. Which means her last Pokemon's gonna be an Alakazam. Although, they're up to level 50, which is so much higher than the rest of the trainers in the gym. Oh my goodness. Do I still win? That's why I switched into Snorlax. No, I got a crit. Okay, it didn't matter. That's why I switched into Snorlax, because the Alakazam line's Achilles heel is that they're defensively frail. So using physical moves against them is usually the play. TM46, I believe, is like Psywave. Okay, I thought it was Psybeam. Alright, I think that's all of the trainers except for the very last one. Yep. Alright, one gym leader left. To Viridian City. Alright, so I think I'm just gonna do this last gym. Maybe I'll do the rival fight leading up to Victory Road, but I'm thinking after I do this gym, that'll be it for tonight's stream. I feel like that's probably just like the perfect stopping point, honestly, is this gym. Because, like, sure, I could go through Victory Road, and that'd probably get me up to 4 hours, but I don't necessarily feel like fighting the Elite Four tonight, and I would feel weird cutting off the stream right before the Elite Four, so I think I'm just gonna call it after this gym. Ran out of gas, more like you ran out of ass. Ha 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 ha. Anyway. Wow. So, why do all, like, the high-tier trainers in this game have whips? Like, that's kind of strange, isn't it? Because, like, and maybe they didn't get into this until later in the franchise, but I feel like oh, I forgot to turn off move animations. I didn't even realize. One of the whole, like, lessons around the Pokemon series is that, you know, you don't want to be abusive to animals. You know, they're your friends, and that, you know, this is something that Pokemon enjoy doing. You know, like, this is enrichment for Pokemon. Having these trainers have whips kind of is like anti to that message. Or maybe it isn't anti to that message. Maybe the message there is that you're able to beat them because you're friends with your Pokemon and they're not? Maybe? And maybe that's a reach. Anyway, spin! Arbok. Oh, I don't have any fighting moves, do I? I guess I'll just go with Snorlax. Oh, excuse me. Oh! Karate is the ultimate form of martial arts. Martial arts more like martial farts. Fucking got him. Oh, I do have super effective moves against fighting types. I forgot. Oh no, it's not fighting types. No, I need super effective against normal, which is fighting. What am I fucking thinking? I mean, I guess it is getting late, so like my brain isn't working. So. I'll blame it on I will blame it on it being 4 a.m. Holy crap. Maybe I'm tireder than I think. Because, gosh, my brain is not working anymore. Nidorino. Yeah. You know, it's interesting. I don't think they really changed this until Pikachu Eevee, but it's really hard to nail down a theme for this gym. Other than maybe, like, abusing Pokemon? Question mark. Because, like, it's supposed to be a ground type gym, right? Is it supposed to be, like, every gym has a typing, and this one's supposed to be ground, but, like, I think, like, maybe, half of the Pokemon you run into in this gym are not ground type. I mean, there's, like, shit. There's the Nidorans, which eventually become ground type, so I guess, like, that's close enough, but, like, Machoke, Machamp aren't ground. Never will be ground, unless they get a regional variant later, which might make them ground, which would be funny. That'd be funny. like retroactive thing. No, well, I guess there is also Rhyhorn. There's a lot of Rhyhorn in here too. So maybe, okay, maybe I'm just talking out my ass. Never mind. And Machoke's sprite in this game is still really funny to me because his head looks really tiny. Maybe it's his shoulders. Machoke's shoulders are too close together, which makes his head look smaller. Maybe it's both. Maybe his head's a little too small and his shoulders are too close together, which just makes his head look really tiny. Anyway, time for our final gym leader. Of this playthrough, at least. I plan to resurrect Team Rocket here. But you have caught me again, so be it. This time I'm not holding back. Once more you shall face Giovanni, the greatest trainer. Well, if you're the greatest trainer, why aren't you the champion then, huh? Checkmate, bitch. What does the guard spec do? Is that an anti-crit thing? Oh, it prevents stat reduction. Okay. Well, I wasn't gonna do that anyway, so it's fine. Ow! My goodness, ow. This might not have been the smartest move. Because this is gonna give it another double team. This is gonna make this thing really annoying to hit. Yeah. Oops. That's a misplay. That's a misplay on my part. Dang it, I was hoping... okay, he used a guard spec? I was hoping that would kill it. I'm surprised he didn't use a potion or anything. Usually... I mean, I guess maybe they don't have potions in Gen 1? I guess is good. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Okay. Oh, it paralyzed too. Are you kidding? Oh, that's really annoying. All right, just don't hit another thunder. Oh, hit another thunder. Oh, you didn't have to put salt in the wound by critting me too. Come on. Haha, right on. More like right on these nuts. Why? Who allowed me to speak? Also, why is my Pokemon that's like 12 levels lower than this thing able to go faster? Why, how slow is right on? Oh, my Alakazam? Yeah. My Alakazam's name is Mind Freak. Like Chris Angel's Mind Freak. I had another Abra at the beginning of the playthrough that I fucked up evolving. That was named Chris Angel. So yeah, it is 100% a reference to Chris Angel. And I when I say I messed up evolving it, I lost the battle that it leveled up in. Which did not allow it to evolve into the next level, which means it missed out on learning an attacking move when it evolved. So I had to go catch another Abra, which is why this one's Mind Freak, and then I have one in the PC that's named Chris Angel. Alright, well, that's all the gym leaders. Which means the next task in the story is to go through the Victory Road and then fight the Elite Four. So can I do one more thing tonight? Do I want to do one more thing tonight? Because if I wanted to, I guess I could go to the power plant and get the power plant cleared out. I don't know. It's getting a little late for my tastes, honestly, because I think I did start stream like half an hour late or something. What Pokemon do I have to catch at the power plant? Let's see. I need to get Voltorb and Electrode. Magneton I have set to catch at the power plant. I can get Pikachu there in Red and Blue, but I can also get Pikachu in Viridian Forest in Red and Blue. Electabuzz is exclusive to Red, and then Zapdos is there. You know what? Power plant's not that long, and I don't have to go to work tomorrow, so... yeah, you know what? Screw it. Before I finish stream tonight, I'll go ahead and go to the power plant and do the power plant stuff. I was gonna save it for, what is it, Blue? Or no, Red. I was gonna save it for Red, because I have to go there in Red anyway. And I was gonna get Zapdos there in Red as well, but... I don't really have a reason not to go there right now. I mean, other than that I'm already going there in Red. But I'm gonna have to retread a lot of ground in these games in order to get all of the Pokemon, so... And it would just be more convenient to get it in... get Zapdos in this game as opposed to Red, which is going to the power plant anyway, because in Red I'm not going to really have the Master Ball, which means catching Zapdos is going to be annoying. I'll only have Great Balls, which means it'll be a risk. Yeah, I'll just do it now. I'll just do it now when it's less of a risk. This hopefully won't take the entire like an entire half hour, but I mean if it does, it's not that big of a deal. But fight this guy. Rhyhorn. Ew, Lickitung. I always forget about this Pokemon. This guy's so gross. Like, who came up with the idea for Lickitung? Like, whose idea was that? And how do we tell him to stop? That really feels like some barely disguised fetish ass shit. All right, I do want to. I'm pretty sure I can get Magnemite here too. I don't think I'm gonna answer that question. No. I don't give a damn if it's a kid's game. I don't give a shit if it's a kid's game. Alright, which of the two boys is this one? It's a Voltorb. So there's Voltorb. Voltorb has been checked off. I'm not gonna check off Magnemite until I find Magneton. Oh, hey, and there's Magneton. I think a lot of Japanese games have innuendos like that. I don't even think it's just Japanese games. I think it's just games in general tend to have, like, weird moments that tend to be, like, a developer's fetish, or, like, something along those lines. Oh, I'm checking these off on the wrong fucking list. I'm like, why isn't my number updating? It's because I'm checking them off in the wrong spot. Hold on. Because this spreadsheet I'm using has multiple pages. I have one main page that's the national index, and then I have individual pages for each of the games. So, and the individual pages with each of the games is how I'm figuring out where I'm getting each of these Pokemon. I guess I could have put that on the main page if I wanted to, but I didn't. So I didn't. I didn't do that. What was I doing? Oh, I was checking what that TM was. What is TM33? TM33 is Reflect. I don't want that. Alright, is this one Voltorb or Electrode? Voltorb. Yeah, I guess I could... I actually could do that later. It would probably make doing this a little easier. Or it would make checking off the spreadsheet a little easier, because then I don't have to flip between sheets. Yeah, you know, I think I'm gonna add that to my list of things to do tomorrow. I'm gonna add all my stuff to the... I was just thinking it would be inconvenient because of the way that I have my tracker setup, but like it would be such a minor change that it's actually not that big of a deal. Because basically what this thing is it's using Google APIs to Oh, there's fucking Muck. Are you serious? Is the checkerboard as bad here as it was in Cinnabar? No, because this yellow is much closer to the white, so it doesn't feel like it's flashing as much. Or it's not even yellow, it's green. But still, it's a brighter color as opposed to the darker red. So it doesn't bother me as bad. Thunder. No, I don't want that. Who else do I need to get here? I still need to find Electrode. Electrode is one of these fake items. Pikachu will be here in red and blue. Electabuzz is only here in red. Okay, so the only Pokemon I have left besides Zapdos is Electrode. At least here is concerned. Or at least in this game, as far as this game is concerned. I will need to come back for Electabuzz. And I didn't turn off move animations. Oops. Do that. Now. Oh, you know what? I was like, I have the audio set to mono. I know why I have it set to mono. Because if I have it set to stereo, and if I have it set to stereo in like any of the games up until I think Gen 6, honestly, and maybe even then in Gen 6, it'll pan the audio for Pokemon battles hard left and right, which I find really annoying. So like, enemy Pokemon sound effects will be exclusively in the right ear, and my Pokemon sound effects will be exclusively in the left ear, and I find that incredibly annoying. So I'm going to keep it on mono. Especially since I don't think it'll do anything for the audio other than that. So I don't think there's any point in having stereo audio. Stereo audio is fine through like speakers, I guess, but like... Oh, yeah. Or at least that's how it works in like Generation 3 onward, and I can't imagine it's any different in Gens 1 and 2. I mean, I guess I can turn it on like for a little bit just to experiment, but I don't think it really does very much else for the audio other than do that. But yeah, no, I can turn it on for I can turn. Okay, well, it changes the music a little bit, but it just hard pans sound effects. Or I guess not. That might have been a Gen 3 thing onward. What is it? Oh, there's 3 different earphones? That's panned sound effects. That's weird. That one also pans sound effects. So earphone style 1 does not pan sound effects, it looks like. That's really strange. Play those like Game Boys that had 1 speaker? Yeah. Yeah, no, the Nintendo handhelds didn't even have multiple speakers until the DS. And even then, because the system is so small and you're holding it out in front of you, like by a couple feet, the panning doesn't hit as bad if you set it to stereo. But if you're listening through headphones, it's really noticeable, and I personally find it incredibly annoying. But I guess apparently in this game it's not as bad. I mean, like all it does is like pan the instrumentals. So I'm gonna leave it on mono. Hey, and there's Electrode. Cool. Look at that big grin, yeah. Yeah, no, this is where Zapdos is. I forget how to get to that bottom room down there. I guess it doesn't matter. It's probably nothing really worth getting down there. I'm just gonna go ahead and get Zapdos and get the fuck out of here so I can do, well, actually, so I can go to the bathroom and go to bed. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Anyway, save out of habit. And then we'll get the third legendary bird next stream. Because I am not doing Victory Road right now. I will do Victory Road later. I'm pretty sure that's all the guys I needed to get here. Right? Just let me triple check. Pikachu only not here in yellow. I got Magnemite, Magneton both here. I was only set to get Magneton, but I got Magnemite too. Excuse me. We got Voltorb Electrode. Electabuzz is only here in red. And yep, Zapdos. Okay, cool. And I did check off Zapdos, yeah? Yeah. You want to give a nickname to Zapdos? No. Totally forgot about Electabuzz. Yeah, it's not a very memorable Pokemon if you ask me. I mean, I guess Electivire is pretty cool, but getting him is annoying. So I've never used an Electivire. Okay, so I'm going to heal so I don't forget. Because if I end stream now before healing, I will forget to heal, and then I'll go fight fucking Blue, and I'll fucking die. Because my Pokemon will be dead. Yeah. Alright. And that's gonna do it for me tonight. I think made some decent progress here tonight. Did a decent job, I think. What did I even do tonight? I've already forgotten. I cleared the cycling road. I cleared the 2 water routes between Cinnabar and Fuchsia. I also got Articuno. I got Zapdos. I finished 3 gyms. Yeah, I made a lot of progress this stream, which is way more than... Oh, God, I can't remember if that was last stream or the stream before that, but there was definitely a stream where I barely did fucking anything. It feels like. I think that was last stream, honestly. I gotta look at my VODs to be sure. No, that was the stream before. That was part 3. Part 3 was the stream where I barely felt like I did anything. Although I don't think it doesn't feel like I really did very much last stream either. Because last stream was going from Vermilion down to Fuchsia, doing the Safari Zone, and then did 1 gym, and then I went to Cinnabar. Part 3 I barely did. Well, I did the 3 rocket events. I did the Celadon Game Corner. I did Pokemon Tower, and I did Silphco, and then I did the Missing No Glitch for like 2 hours. And that's probably why that stream didn't feel very productive, is because I spent 2 hours doing the Missing No Glitch. Because the Missing No Glitch in yellow is really dumb. But yeah, no, I made a lot of progress this stream. It feels like especially compared to other streams, like even the streams where I made like a lot of story progress, I definitely made more progress in the decks in this stream on top of a lot of story progress, because we went from like 2.5% of the total living decks done to 4%, which might not be that significant, but that's like 20 something Pokemon that I've caught this stream. And some of them like I haven't even really checked off yet, because like I still need to evolve Growlithe into Arcanine, which I need a Firestone for, but I can do that later. Yeah. What else did I catch? I still need to evolve one of my Haunters into Gengar. But I want to do those trade Pokemon all at the same time, just to save a little bit of time. Yeah. So yeah, story-wise, all we have left is to go through Victory Road, I'll catch Moltres along the way. And then we'll have the Pokemon League and the Champion. And then that'll be it for the story. And then whether or not I go on this catching spree afterwards, or if I go through Red and Blue first, and then finish out with the catching spree in Yellow, I have yet to decide. I'll probably, like I said, I'll cross that bridge when I get there. But yeah, no, I made some, I feel like I actually did made some decent progress tonight compared to previous streams. And I feel good about that. I'm going to try to have less gaps between streams, but I can't honestly guarantee anything. Being able to stream really honestly just depends on my mental state when I get home from work. So often I'll get home from work and I'll just be fucking exhausted, so I'll eat dinner and I'll just fucking pass out after I eat dinner. And then by the time I get up, like I wake up and realize that I've passed out, it'll be too late for me, or it'll feel like it's too late to start streaming. Like I could probably just start stream for like an hour, but I don't like streaming for only like an hour or two. That just feels like a waste, you know. It feels like a waste of a stream to me, but I mean, I don't know. That's just me. So yeah, I apologize for the gaps between streams. I don't like doing it. It feels, you know, it doesn't feel great, but you know, bad brain, things happen. But I'm not quitting. If there's gaps between streams, don't worry, I'm not quitting. I'm just having a hard time hitting that go live button. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me tonight. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. Stop by, it really does mean a lot. Thanks for hanging out with me. And yeah, that'll be it. I will, will we miss you? All right. Well, I miss talking to chat too. I really do. It just, I gotta evict the brainworms. All right, thanks everybody for watching. Really does mean a lot. And yeah, I will see you next stream. Hope you all have a good night. Bye bye.